emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Hello, everyone. It's time for everybody's favorite cascade of comic book covers. Welcome to the Final Order Report, where we show you every comic book before they head to print and quantities are finalized. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop and your last chance to subscribe or special order before the final order deadline this Monday at noon. That's June 30th. These titles will be hitting our shelves as soon as July 23rd. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or access your existing account to order and pay securely online, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today, I will be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Let me take you through that real quick. Once you sign in, hit that green banner. That's all the carousels we will be using today. And the one that we're looking for is Search Orders Due Sunday Last Call. Click through on that, and you'll see this cool thing where you can scroll up and down. You got filters for alphanumerics on the top there, as well as drop downs for publisher, category, etc. We've got all kinds of cool stuff to show you today, and I want to get right to it. First thing that we're going to show you is Final Order Report for Small Press Comics, and we've got a whole bunch of them. Let's kick off with Illuminati number 2. We are expecting number 1 in the stores this Wednesday. That's from writer Brian Hill and artist Bill Sienkiewicz and Dennis Cowan. Right on. Hero Trade Project Chimera, number 1 of 2 issues from Matt Kindt and the Laphams, or just David Lapham in this particular case. This is from Bad Idea. This is the David Lapham connecting cover. And we even get a Rob Liefeld cover. Ooh, look, it's Rob Liefeld. Over at Fantagraphics, we get this new first issue from Gilbert and Natalia Hernandez. This is Roy number 1. This is 24 pages for $4.99. And IPI Comics with Sherlock Holmes, the Dark Detective, Knights of Frankenstein, number 2. Oh, gosh. Cool cover. Next up, we got Biker Mice from Mars, number 2. With this cover by Edu Sosa and a Juan Cabal cover. Also from Oni, we got a new 6-issue miniseries revisiting the world of The Sixth Gun from Cullen Bunn and Brian Hurt with this Brian Hurt cover. And Valeria Bertso on B. Then over at, let me see, this is Rekka Publishing. We get number 4 of The Future is Many Asterix from Fred Van Lent and Ennio Buffy. We get a couple magazines from Tomorrow's Publishing. This is Alter Ego 196. Cool cover. Kind of looks like a Bernie Wrightson cover, but it's Wayne Boring. That's cool. And then we got a issue of Comic Book Creator number 40 where we get to remember Dave Stevens with this cool Dave Stevens cover. Let's see. Uncivilized gets a couple of new issues on this week's FOC list. This is Jungle number 1 from Keenan Marshall Keller and artist Tom Neely. This is a follow-up to The Humans. This is a sequel series called The Jungle. This King Kong size magazine comes in at 56 pages for $10. Also from Uncivilized, we get Womb Rider. This is a one-shot from Emil Friss Ernst. For fans of Yuichi Yokoyama and Speed Racer. Let's see. Moving on to slightly bigger, small publishers. This is from Boom Studios, a new series called Blink and You'll Miss It. This is from writer Ethan S. Parker and artist Keith Browning. Melody Nelson and Jesse Harmon fell in love long ago in the tiny town of Perennial Harbor. But since they parted ways, Gersh, that place has grown stranger and stranger. This new series has covers by Keith Browning. That looks like Christian Ward cover. And Rebecca Puebla on the Boom 20th anniversary variant. Hello Darkness returns with a 13th issue celebrating 20 years of Boom Studios. This is a Zombie Tales tribute issue calling back to a very early miniseries from Boom Studios called Zombie Tales. This features creators Dave Cook, Steve Orlando, Federica Soressa, and David Cousins with this Miguel Mercado cover. A B cover from Jenny Frizen. And a Dave Johnson cover, another callback to the Zombie Tales of Yore. It's Hello Darkness number 13, and it's got a Boom 20th anniversary variant from Tula Lote. Ooh, that's so pretty. Oh, it's like she kissed my big bald forehead. Boom Studios also debuts a new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. This is Volume 3. Written by Ryan Parrott with art by Alessio Zono. Sorry, this cover by Alessio Zono. Anyways. Has interiors by Vincenzo Federici. Ooh, and a whole bunch of covers. Let's see. We got this Dan Mora cover. Very nice. Tula Lote. Oh, she's getting a lot of work. This intermixed polybag design, where I think this is a lottery card for different variants. And an e-cover by Alessio Zono. This is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 3, Number 1. Available on August 13th. Wow, jumping ahead. Well, then we got Power Rangers Prime number 9 with a Tula Lote cover as well. And then finally from Boom Studios, it's Something is Killing the Children, number 43, where Erica Slaughter's origin continues. From James Tiny in the 4th and Werther Daldera, who did this A cover. A B cover from Suspiria Vilche. And a Dan Panosian cover, sure enough. Who's this? Ricardo Lopez Ortiz for Something is Killing the Children, number 43. Over at Dark Horse. Over at Dark Horse, we got Hellboy and the BPRD. This is ongoing issue number 80. However, it is Hellboy in Love, The Art of Fire, #1 of 2 issues from Mike Mignola, Christopher Golden, and Alex Nieto on art. I think this is just the one cover for this one. We got Huck, Volume 2, Big Bad World #3 with a Raphael Albuquerque cover. The Great British Bump Off, Killer Bee Quilt #4. And Tramps of the Apocalypse #2. #1 just came out and the staff loved it. Big popular book with the staff this week from Alice Darrow. Then we got Usagi Yojimbo 10,000 Plums #5. It also has a Jennifer Meyer variant. Dark Horse also debuts this Archie versus Minor Threats crossover. This is a collision of the bright and hopeful with the dim and dirty, with hilarious results. Sabrina the Teenage Witch is the link between the two universes, and let's just say that Archie from Riverdale and Playtime from Redport find their situations topsy-turvy in the craziest, scariest way when Sabrina the Teenage Witch hijacks a Riverdale field trip to Twilight City to recover a magical artifact. She accidentally lands Archie, Betty, Veronica, and Reggie in the costume criminal underworld led by Playtime and Scalpel. With a whole bunch of covers. This A cover by Scott Hepburn, Scott Koblish on B, Joe Quinones, Patrick Horvath from Beneath the Trees Nobody Sees, and Dan Parent on E. Ooh, we even get a Mike Allred Lobster Boy cover. All 4. Archie versus Minor Threats #1 on FOC this week to ship on August 6th. Dynamite has a whole bunch of books on FOC this week, including Captain Planet #2. Silverhawks #5 with this Mark Spears cover. Thundercats Powerpuff Girls #1 finally gets an FOC date. This is from writer Paulina Guneshow with artist Coleman Angle with an A cover by Paulina, a B cover from Coleman Angle, a C cover from Corin Kaiser Stone, and in this greatest crossover since peanut butter met jelly, Clarice Sawi Manguito gives us a D cover. Ooh, look, a Nicoletta Baldari cover. I'm in love with these variants from Nicoletta Baldari. So Disney. All 4. Thundercats Powerpuff Girls #1 available on July 23rd. But if you want any of these variants, you'll want to get your orders in by this Monday, June 30th at noon. And finally, on FOC from Dynamite, this is Vampirella Armageddon #1. This is a return to the future world of Vampirella and Sepulchre City in Vampirella Armageddon. Written by Tom Snagowski with interior art by Cuber Ball. You got this Francesco Mattina cover on A. Lyrics Lee. Oh, very nice. Ooh, look, we get a Mark Spears Monsters variant. Makes sense. A Joseph Michael Linsner variant. And a cosplay variant for Vampirella Armageddon #1, available on July 23rd. From IDW, we get a new expansion on the Godzilla Kaisei era universe. This is Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone, written by Ethan Parker with interior art by Pablo Tunica, who also did this A cover. What's going on inside the Dead Zone? Find out in the second book of the Kaisei era, IDW's new connected Godzilla universe. Inside the new IDW Godzilla universe. Inside the new Godzilla universe, there exists a mystery larger than any other. What is the Dead Zone? Got a B cover from Rod Reese. And this will be available on August 6th from IDW. Mad Cave has got a bunch of stuff on FOC this week, including Blade Forger number 5 of 5. Blue Paulo Verde number 2 from Ray Fox and artist Ramonti. And Look Into My Eyes, the new series from Ruben Kubile. In the first issue of Look Into My Eyes, readers are introduced to Cravenwood, a seemingly quiet town hiding dark secrets. How dark? You'll find out on July 23rd. Oops. With this Ruben Kubales cover and this B cover from Maria Lovett from Mad Cave. Also, we get Vanishing Point number 3 of the new experimental anthology series from Mark Russell with this cover by Robert Heck. Oh, and then we get a bunch of Detective Kaiju. Yeah, we get 2 issues of Detective Kaiju. This is number 2 from Kit Wallace and number 3 from Kit Wallace. And we get a new issue of Pinapocalypse. This is number 5 from Andrew Tarasoff with a Tarasoff cover. Ryan Pasibi and an Andrew Tarasoff cover on C. And that is all for Final Order Report on Small Press Comics. Next up, let's take a look at Image Comics. And the first Image Comics on the table today is Dark Honor number 3 from Ethan Sachs and David Messina with a Fico Osio cover. Department of Truth number 32 from James Tynion with interiors by Leticia Cadanici. Exquisite Corpses number 3 from James Tynion and Michael Walsh with a Valentine Delandro cover on B and a polybagged variant on C. I think this comes with a collectible card. Collect all 13 to make a complete card deck set. And a stealth variant by Valentine Delandro? I don't know. I'm not getting that. Not getting the Valentine Delandro feel there. Oh well. From Image Comics, we get Feral number 15 from Tony Fleeks and Trish Forstner. Let's zoom in here. There it is. Oh, look at all the kitties. Look at all the big, hostile looking kitties. Looks like the back room at a... Yeah, anyways. Feral number 15 also has this movie tribute cover. And Geiger number 16 from Jeff Johns and Eamon Winkle on interiors. Interesting. Cool. With a Gary Frank cover. And Eamon Winkle on B. We got a Kyle Hotz cover on C. And then over to Gunslinger Spawn number 45 with this cover by Thaddeus Robeck. And a Federico Sabatini variant available on July 23rd. Hornsby and Halo gets an 8th issue from Peter J. Tomasi and Peter Snaberg with this Peter Snaberg cover. Ooh, a Ryan Sook cover. That's very nice. Sean Von Gorman on C. Ooh, we get a new issue of Ice Cream Man from W. Maxwell Prince and Martin Marazzo, who did this A cover. And a B cover by Declan Shalvey. Kaya returns with issue 28 from Wes Craig. And a Saraji cover on B. Lost Fantasy number 3 from Kurt Pyers and Luca Casalegüita. A B cover from Alex Dioto. Monstrous number 58 from Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda. And with a new story arc, Rockefellers number 7 is back. Back to the Future from Francis Manipal and Peter J. Tomasi. A B cover by Sia Ohm. Ooh, a Marco Santucci cover on C. And a Fantastic Four homage variant by Ramon Box on D. Season number 6 continues the second story arc from Rick Remender and Paul Azaceta. Sleep number 3, The Mystery Deepens from Xander Cannon, available on July 23rd. With a John Bivens cover on B. Spawn Bloodletter number 2 from Tim Seeley and Christian Rosado. A B cover by Raymond Gay. Rat City number 16. Remember, we haven't been ordering this for the shelf. Not enough copies sold. If you're interested, get your orders in by Monday. Spawn, The Curse of Charlie Johnson, number 2, with this Jonathan Glapian cover who does interiors, and a very creepy B cover by Dan Panosian. She's gonna eat my head. And we get a debut series called The Voice Said Kill from writer Simon Spurrier and Vanessa Del Rey on art. This is Fargo meets Deliverance in a sweaty swamp thriller. The wet heat of the Louisiana bayou, alligator poachers, prowl. We only get one cover on this? That's cool. I'll take it. Cy Spurrier, Vanessa Del Rey. I read the first issue. It's fun. Presenting it in 4 extra length issues of Fever Dream Cajun Crime. Yeah. Ooh, look, Void Rivals number 21. Also with a B cover by Connor Hughes. And that does it for Image Comics. Let's jump right over into DC Comics, because there's so much DC Comics. We are just jumping right past any niceties. Hey, look, it's Absolute Martian Manhunter with an A cover from Javier Rodriguez. A B from Francesco Francavilla. Ooh, look, it's Lee Garbett. I love this cover. This is amazing. Absolute Wonder Woman number 10 with a Hayden Sherman cover. Chris Anka on the B. Mahmoud Asrar. Oh man, that's so metal. Hey, look, Jim Lee's Batman number 161 is back on the schedule. This is Batman Hush Volume 2, number 4. Scheduled for July 23rd with this Jim Lee cover. Lionel Francis Yu on the B cardstock variant. Gabriel Del Otto, looks like a connector. Ooh, a Frank Cho cover. George Perez Legacy cardstock variant. And this Jorge Jimenez Superman movie cardstock variant. Ooh, look, we get a Jim Lee foil variant. And a giant size special edition. Remember, folks, he's come in at some ridiculously huge dimension. It is the same issue, but just huge for $14.99. I have not had a good track record getting these shipped in. They've been coming in with all kinds of damage. Consequently, I haven't been ordering any for the shelf. If you're interested at all, get your orders in and we can roll the dice. And it's even got a foil variant for an extra $5. All right, DC versus Vampires World War V. This is number 11 of 12 for the penultimate issue. We got an A cover from Otto Schmidt. Ryan Brown on B. Omare on C. And then we get a new one-shot anthology coming in at 80 pages for $9.99. This is DC's California Love. This is a one-shot featuring writers Brian Q. Miller, Brandon Thomas, Joshua Hale Fjellkoff, George Mann, Christoph Bogatz, James Reed, and a bunch of other people with art by Gerardo Sandoval, Junie Ba, Travis Mercer, Bruno Abdias, Jacoby Saucedo, John McKell, Joey Vasquez, and Marcio Toledano. The summer of Superman is heating up, so slather on some sunscreen and snag your latest beach read. With this cover by Bernard Chang, Marcio Takara, Mahmoud Asrar. All for DC's California Love, number 1. Flash Bad Moon Rising gets a special. This big storyline continues from writer Alex Packnadell with interior art, and this cover by Daniel Bayliss. Ooh, look, it's the Shade. Gotham City Sirens, Unfit for Orbit, the weekly shipping big time crossover from Leah Williams and artist Haining drops on July 23rd with this Terry Dodson cover. Nubovich. All for that weekly shipper, number 405. It's penultimate. Green Arrow, number 26 with this Torrin Clark cover. Very nice. And a Lyrics Lee cover. We get, here we go. This is the next big storyline in Green Lantern, kicking off in a big anniversary issue, number 25. This is Starbreaker Supremacy. Let's move on over there, so you can see it all big like. All right. The Green Lantern Corps makes a mad dash to Gem World, hoping to find a particular gem that will light the new central power batteries. But it has to beat Starbreaker and his minions to do it. All while Ellie uncovers a secret buried inside Kelly's mind, and an old friend returns to Oa. This is Green Lantern number 25, the brand new storyline, Starbreaker Supremacy, with this A cover by Hermanico, who does interiors, Carlos Donda, Salvador LaRocca, and David Paratore. All for Green Lantern number 25, available on July 23rd. Okay, We Are Yesterday epilogue drops in the Justice League Unlimited number 9. Apocalypse is on the horizon, and no one is safe in the aftermath of the devastating events of We Are Yesterday. The Justice League is reeling from the Legion of Doom's wrathful rampage, but no time to rest for the protectors of our planet, as the secrets unlocked during their time-crossed duel have brought our heroes face to face with the mysterious Quantum Quorum, who has reason to fear that all of creation might soon come to an end. It's the next big step on the path of the All-In Saga in the epic epilogue to We Are Yesterday from Dan Mora and writer Mark Waid with this Dan Mora cover. Felipe Massafera, Diego da Silva on this truly frightening cover. a Travis Moore variant, and this Gotham City Sirens variant by Derek Chu. Ooh, look, we got a Frank Quietly Superman movie cardstock variant. And then we move right on over to Mr. Terrific Year 1, Number 3 from writer Al Letson and artist Valentin Delandro. We got this Kari Randolph cover and Raza on the B. Let me see here. Yep, just the two covers. Just a note, the second issue sold pretty poorly. I'm cutting back hard on 3. If you're interested in this or the variant, you might want to get your order in. New History of the DC Universe number 2. Number 1 just debuted this last week from Mark Waid with interior art by, that issue had art by Todd Knock and Jerry Ordway. This second issue will feature interiors by Mike Allred, hooray, and Brad Walker. Also, we got this Chris Samney cover on A, Dan Mora variant on B. Ooh, look at that Black Canary Frank Cho variant. And you got this big Legacy wraparound variant. It's too huge. It's all for New History of the DC Universe number 2. It's also got this Ryan Sook foil variant. Cool. Ooh, hey, look, it's Superman 28. Just a note, we got shorted on our Superman 27. We'll be getting those replacements pretty soon. So, yeah, it's just an in-between issue anyways. Because this next issue, dude, Legion of Darkseid, Part 1, Superman versus Darkseid's Legion, a crucial new chapter in the All-In saga from Joshua Williamson with art by Dan Mora, who did this cover. A Nathan Shirty cover on B. Guillaume March, that looks nice. Ooh, a Tula Lotte variant, dreamy. And that's it for DC Universe this week on FOC. Now, let's just go right back into, here it is, Marvel Comics. Here we go. First thing up on Marvel Comics this week is, I think this is the only Star Wars book on FOC this week, and this is an important one, folks. It's the end of the beginning. Star Wars, The High Republic, the finale. The final battle between the Jedi and the Nihil has been fought. Sacrifices have been made, and the dust settles as friends and allies gather for one last celebration. A decision is made, and a fate sealed. Guest starring faces from across the best-selling multimedia initiative. From Cavan Scott and artist America Cresta, we get this A cover from Phil Noto, a B cover from Chris Sprouse, and a C cover from Giuseppe Camuncoli. It's Star Wars, The High Republic, the finale, number 1. Ooh, we get a new one-shot in the Bring on the Bad Guys crossover event of the summer. Who gets the last laugh in Bring on the Bad Guys? Loki from Jethro Morales and I don't know, this looks all jacked up. Loki is the god of mischief. Mephisto is the lord of lies. In a centuries-old battle of wits, Loki needs a favor, and in exchange, Mephisto commands him to retrieve a soul, one belonging to an agent of Khonshu. But no one tells Loki what to do. Part 4 of 7 villainous one-shots from a bunch of people, including cover artist Lee Bermejo. This cover artist this looks like Salvador LaRocca. Miguel Mercado. And this Sister Sorrow variant by Nogi-san. It's Bring on the Bad Guys with this Todd Knock iconic variant. Yeah, available on July 30th. Bring on the Bad Guys Loki. Mwahahaha. He's side-eyeing me. I'm not comfortable with this. Next up, Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell, number 3 from Charles Soule and Steve McNiven, who did this A cover. Got a B cover from Momoko. Daniel Warren Johnson cover. And Giuseppe Camuncoli on Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell, number 3. Fantastic Four Facsimile Edition, number 8. Oh my gosh, this is one of the silliest issues in comics ever. Part of the first 12 issues of reprints of the Fantastic Four series from Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Ooh, it's got this Diwali tribute cover. Ooh, then we get this one-shot Gods, One World Under Doom from Ryan North and Francesco Motorino. With an A cover by Valerio Schiti. Ooh, a Yasmin Putri variant. Adam Kubert. Ooh, pardon me. Jumped ahead there. That's one shot tying in with One World Under Doom. You'll want it. Check it out. Ooh, and then look, we get this bookend, I think, to Giant Size X-Men, the big Ms. Marvel cementing mutant story. All of mutant history stands behind her now. In the culmination of her journey, Ms. Marvel stands against Legion, but not alone. It all comes down to this, the final confrontation between the mad old man Legion, and the new mutant, Ms. Marvel. At stake, Jersey City, New York, and the White Hot Room itself. From writer Colin Kelly and artist Adam Kubert, who did this A cover. Got a Cafu cover. Ooh, Lionel Francis Hugh. Beautiful Ivan Talavera variant. It's a hot name right now. And then we got Incredible Hulk number 27 from Philip Kennedy Johnson and Kev Walker with this Nick Klein cover. Eric Larson Retrovision variant. I love the Force perspective. So good on Hippie Hulk. Hippie Hulk Fist. Incredible Hulk number 27 also has this horrifying Michael Walsh cover. Ooh, look, we get Predator Kills the Marvel Universe number 1. This is the new series from Marvel Predator writer Ben Percy, joined with Marcello Ferreira, who also did the art on the Spider-Man Predator crossover. Yeah, this is the Predator King, a vibranium arsenal, an all-out invasion. It's the bloody kickoff to an epic battle between the Predators and Marvel's heroes. A Predator King, emboldened by a new vibranium arsenal and aided by a surprising human ally, launches an all-out invasion of Earth, claiming the planet as a hunting preserve. You'll need to read to see just who, if anyone, will survive and witness some shocking twists and turns as the entire Marvel Universe finds itself in the Predator's tri-laser crosshairs. Ben Percy, Marcello Ferreira on interiors, with this cover by Lionel Francis Hugh, Corey Smith. Dan Panosian. This one took me a minute. Gabriel Del Otto. Inhyuk Lee. All for Predator Kills the Marvel Universe number 1, available on August 13th. Get your orders in by Monday. Ooh, here's an interesting thing. This is a parental advisory rated one-shot called Savage Wolverine from writer Thomas Bloom and artist Devmalia Pramanik, with a cover by Thomas Bloom. That don't seem right. I think it's the other way around. Logan's Righteous Ride. The creator of the wildly popular Kill 6 Billion Demons brings his horror talents to Marvel Comics. Wolverine cuts a bloody path through the American West as Krakoa's sins come back to haunt all mankind. Witness this action-packed horror Infinity comic for the first time in print. It also has a B cover by Clayton Crane, available on July 30th. Spider-Man and Wolverine returns with number 3 from Mark Guggenheim and Carrie Andrews, who does this A cover. A Dan Panosian cover on B. Fantastic. And we get another one-shot from J. Michael Straczynski in this series of unconnected team-ups. It's Spider-Man versus the Sinister 16. Spider-Man versus everyone. Peter Parker was just trying to have a nice night out. But wouldn't you know it, the Parker luck has filled his evening with an assortment of some of his most vile villains. J. Michael Straczynski saved the wildest of his Marvel pairings for last. And he brought the legendary Phil Noto with him for this doozy of a story. Spider-Man versus Sinister 16 with this cover by Terry Dodson, Nick Bradshaw, Phil Noto, available on July 30th. The Thing returns with number 3 with this Nick Bradshaw cover. Pete Woods, Ultimate Spider-Man number 19 from Jonathan Hickman and Marco Cicchetto. It'll be good to see him back on interiors, but he's also done this A cover. It's a 3-way dance, all out war, with this Gerald Perel cover on B. Ooh, a Tradmore. This is most beautiful. What is going on? I'm just going to leave it here. 3-way dance, all-out war, Fisk versus Mr. Negative versus Mysterio with Spider-Man and his allies caught in the middle. Will the Sinister Six destroy New York before they destroy each other? Ultimate Spider-Man number 19, available on July 30th. Ultimates number 14 from Dennis Camp and Juan Frigeri, and this Dyke Ruin cover on A. Inhyuk Lee on B. Juan Ferreira on C. Then we got The Vision and Scarlet Witch number 3 from Steve Orlando, Lorenzo Tometa with this Russell Dodderman cover. Lyrics Lee on B. That is very nice. Got just a couple more things from Marvel here. This interesting one-shot is from the director of the critically acclaimed Marvel Studios special presentation, Werewolf by Night, Michael Giacchino. Here he comes with his first-of-a-kind tale of terror in the Marvel Universe with one goal in mind, to show you why the Werewolf by Night is as captivating as ever, with over 50 years of comic book history and 100 times as many bodies in his wake. This is Werewolf by Night, Blood Moon Rise. From writer Jason Liu, and artist David Messina with this A cover and by Tyler Kirkham, a B cover from Ian Joyner, and a Jose Maria Casanovas cover, all for Werewolf by Night, Blood Moon Rise, available on July 30th. And then finally, where am I? I'm going to get rid of that. This is awesome. This is so good. It is Marvel and Disney present What If Goofy Became Spider-Man. So good. All right, Goofy's Amazing Fantasy. Goofy becomes the amazing Spider-Man in this tale that's sure to make you say, "Gorsh." Goofy Parker must learn the ultimate lesson of responsibility to save his beloved Uncle Ben. And wait till you see what he does to those Beagle Boys. Yuck. From writer Steve Bailing with art by Francesco Di Polito, and who also did this A cover. A fantastic send-up of the original Jack Kirby cover. We get a B cover from Andrea Ficero, a tribute to the What If #1 cover. A Phil Noto cover, very good. This Ron Lim cover. A Scotty Young cover, of course. All for Marvel and Disney. What If Goofy Became Spider-Man? This one shot will be available on July 30th. If you're interested in this or any of the one shots, variants, or anything that I've showed you, make sure to use Comichub to place those orders with Green Brain Comics or your friendly neighborhood comic store. And that does it for our focus on final order report for Marvel Comics. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'll do that. Look, we don't have that much going on this summer, but I can tell you that we do have. Where is it? There it is. We do have final order report. I was late this week. I had some power issues yesterday, as many of you may have had. Thanks for your patience and letting me get this posted today. You still have till Monday at noon to make sure you get those orders in. Place those orders through Comichub, or you can email us. You can give us a call. You can snail mail it to us. No, we're not going to get it before Monday. Yeah, you can just drop it off. We'll make sure you get this stuff. It's easy. All right, so I will be back next week, a day late because of the holiday. Also, we will be closed on Friday for the 4th of July. Yes. So next week, Friday, we will be closed. No final order report next Friday, but I'll be back on this schedule. See you next Saturday. Next up on Tuesday is BRAINSCAN, our live new comic book day preview from the floor of Green Brain Comics on the eve of New Comic Book Day. Join us right here on YouTube at 6:30 to see all the books that hit the shelf, including some of these fine small press books. And in just about 4 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. No, it's 4 weeks. No, it's 3 weeks. 3 weeks from Monday is Brain Candy, our monthly local creative feature. This month featuring musician Jeff Carob, the poetry of Stephanie Glazer, the prose of Judy Oldfeld Wilson, and the visual art of Kate Maggart. This is all presented by the Emerging Writers Network and the creators, and it is open and free at Green Brain Comics on Monday, July 21st at 7 p.m. Yeah, and I already gave you the word on that. Cool. I think I did it all. Hooray. Look at that. Where's my script? All right. That's it. That's almost every comic book on Last Call this weekend. And you've got until Monday at noon, June 30th, to order these items and many more. Please send and confirmed items in your cart before the deadline. Thanks for joining me for the final order report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All of the links to our shopping cart, website, and Comic Hub are below in the description. Music for this episode provided by BRAINSCAN Productions and Klezmergeddon. I think that's it. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for joining me, folks. We'll see you on Wednesday. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.